So it just feels like map set-wise, you're feeling pretty good if you're Koi.
Okay, good map set for Koi. Desk was mostly thinking this would be a Paris win. We'll see how this one plays out, but we're starting things off on Scar. Koi's hardpoint has been strong. This is a fantastic one and a good chance to go up 1-0, get a foothold early in this series. But we'll get right into it as Envoy through stuns, fire, and flame. Can't get anything going.
Well, we know Scar. Just this, it can be very messy. Can have some big leads, but normally it's at 250 to 230. A rotate to a P2 or a P3 as both our teams battling for P1 control. Trying to get inside of Delhi, but it'll be Koi to find some early time.
See how much they can turn this into while it'll be disrupted for a moment. Nice nade there from Ghosty. He'll pop, shot a little bit shaky there. Can't chain it into a second as Jodeci will continue to finesse. And that's going to be a focal point too. Like Jodeci on the one side, like, will he just be God and take over and have a 1-3 where no one can slow him down? Or is he going to rely on the rest of the squad to pick up some of the slack?
Yeah, now obviously Paris, they get 3-0, but Civ in the map number 3 started to come alive. But Tips with a multi-kill on this rotation will allow his teammates to contest this. Civ though going on a pinch right away, but he's gonna have an initial gunfight. He's gonna win that one, so pressure to insight, well, he's got it handled.
We thought one of the more impressive things yesterday for Koi was Tips really struggled against Optic. He was double negative really across all modes. He bounced back in a massive way versus Falcons, and it seems like he's coming with the fire now.
Yeah, and then the consistency of the sub duo. Right, it just felt like Kleenex and Jodeci's, even first off, they played extremely well. Can they keep that up? Because we have seen Kleenex be a little bit day-to-day throughout this, even since switching back to the sub. But so far, so good for them, close to that 50 points.
A lot of day-to-day describes a lot of players.
Yeah, a lot of teams.
Right now, Major 2's looking a lot like Major 1. We got 1 game 5 and a ton of 3-0s. But as the nades hit all across the board, we'll focus on the rotation. And next, oh my God, Jodeci nearly pulls off the 180, but Civ will finish the kill. Big moment now for Paris if they're going to try to get back into this, because an early break or some wins and fights in transition for Koi, and this could get ugly.
And you see Neptune a slow start at 1-6, and we're not playing some of these digs, not playing some of these smaller maps. He's going to have an AR out or try to find some timing with that dropping, and that's what we saw in the previous match. He was just not able to get Noe on exposure. Well, both teams still battling, but this time it is all Civ. Nameless, the Yaki was focused on. He's up to 11.
Civ trying to hit that championship Sunday form for Major 1. He's going to need to bring it in this one, especially with a slow start from Neptune. But Ghosty, Civ, they are leading the way from an AR standpoint. Kleenex with 2, maybe alleviating some potential push-through pressure from Paris, but can actually turn this to any time. Trying to get a little bit of this scrap and just hold the line. Just keep that back green spawn there for Paris. Get these 10 or so seconds if you can, but now the focus is really going to be setting up for Blue. So far, not letting any wonky spawns slip through.
They got a little bit nervous there when nobody was in the hill. Kleenex is going to get caught behind Joe's 2. Pressure won't be there right away, but Civ is shooting right now. So the first 10 going to be clean, but there will be some pressure for Gentlemates on the top side.
Here we go, first big push, and Tips is neutralizing it. 4 straight, 12 and 10 lasers. Popping out from the top windows, and the timing of the slide out perfect as well. Finesses Envoy for a while, and that actually sets up the trade from Jodeci. I don't even know if it was intentional, but it worked out beautifully. Hardpoint going to be white for now. Despite Kips's play early, the next push had at least made this messy. Paris making it interesting.
Yeah, and it was really just Neptune finding one kill through the front door, and then after that, it's been Koi just trying to fight for control. They didn't have the spawns. It was parallel, but they're going to find the 20 seconds. They're going to keep this lead. Pressure already to Gentlemates. As we head to this next one, it's starting to get some time. Try to find anything to get going, but right now it is all Koi.
Yeah, similar to that, like P3. Is there opportunity to turn this into something, or is it? This is perfectly done by Koi, pushing out, spawning Summit ult, and now this is going to be an early setup for Koi. That is textbook.
This is what we're starting to see from them, just fundamentally much better these last couple of weeks in Hardpoint. What we saw, just the map they have picked the most throughout the year. So a very solid Scar team. As well, they're going to have this 80-point lead before we head to the next set. Let's listen to the comms of Toronto.
Trying to wrap out. Bring down the edge. Give me a sector. They have me cut. They have me cut. They're both mid and close left. Both close front. Close left.
Nice, one top
Step.
Oh, top up.
Stun him. I'm one shot, Joe.
Take out some.
I'm just check out left test. I have my hop up now. Chill, Jimmy, okay?
Hold up. T1 one shop, shop. Be outside shop.
I spawned out, we spawned out, got here.
He's in mid shop to them.
Dead, one more mid cut, low bucket, dead.
Nice.
I swear, I'm blocking blue. No, top blue. Caution.
Minus one now.
Yeah, he's cautious.
Mid, dead.
Nice.
Blue right, boys.
Yeah, I have P2. It's blue spawn.
Okay, one D-buy. Let's close shop, been
Already top wood. Go paint.
Go on, P2.
Nice.
Been on time, wait,
Yeah,
good
they
shot.
cover shop's open, John. Or Jeremy.
No shots. Good shot.
Dead, I think.
Nice, keep playing goes.
Stand up in time.
Somewhere.
I'm gonna try pinch P2, okay? Yeah, try being annoying.
Didn't have time, he's wasted time. Wasted time.
Yeah, front blue, I have a kill. Absolute, front blue, two.
Look dead.
Dead, one more time.
Left side time.
Left side time.
Nice.
Nice. They're 20 out. Yo, I'm already going new, okay?
Yeah,
Make sure you pick up right, Jeremy. Pick up right as well.
Yeah, I got it.
Two, no, there's one new. Two already gone. Close shop, Joe. There's two new. All good.
Tumblr with Sid, jumped out. Blue server.
What? I think.
Went sap.
Give me a second. Pinch right. I'm going deep blue. Come, let's wrap.
I'm going blue.
I'm needing top.
Koi keep pouring it on. There's been some moments where maybe Paris can make a play, but Koi just not letting it happen. Here's another shot, another chance for Paris. They have got to hold the line because they've not been able to get out of this like 15, 80 point deficit.
Yeah, this has been perfect though since they've gotten a P2. Sid finally gonna drop. He was on 4 in a row again. You're getting the Sid that you want to see. This turning it into time, but the nades are connecting. The team shots on point. At least nobody is on it for Paris, and you're gonna like that as Kleenex is gonna find the double.
About halfway into this, they're able to break in. Just finessing Kleenex has used the box the best he can. Might be the only player alive. There's just one teammate for help, but Kleenex is alive. Kleenex is still there. He's a weasel. 5 straight finessing. And this ends up being what a swing that is. All because Kleenex in that one box.
And now you have a Hellstorm, right? So you can cheat for this P3 if you want to, or at least it should lead to a break. A chance to put this game out of reach. With the fact that he's able to earn that, just staying alive, textbook play out of Kleenex.
I know he had a bit of help, but like, that is just a brilliant individual moment. Here's the Hellstorm. Let's see if this leads to a P3 break. Ghosty's going to be in trouble inside. He's going to get picked out of it. They'll find another kill through a nade from Joe Deceives. And they're in fighting. Still a presence here from Paris. Sim is not really missing bullets. He's just one lifeline for Paris, but they're down 80, and those are a massive wave of kills. 2 from Sim ends up setting that up.
Yeah, the only difference, maybe the only better thing that they would have wanted is pushing through and flipping for the blue spawn. Still 20 seconds to do that. Joe Deceives is going to spawn out, so there's going to be a pinch opportunity for Koi, and that's going to be 3 dead, make it all 4. You spawn them out at all, so things calm down here for Toronto. They needed that set.
And that's twice that happens. Like they thought, I think at P5, they thought they had him spawning in the back. There ends up being a split and they get caught by it. Here, don't think one spawning behind them, and it leads to, well, points for Koi is what it's usually going to lead to. But here comes the flood from Paris. 7 and Envoy's gonna spawn pretty close, try and get involved in the action. Kip swing God mode. At the start of this point last time, he's doing it again. Nearly gonna drop all 4, but the damage done. To at least keep them in the fight, keep fighting second after second, getting close to eclipsing that 200% your mark.
Yeah, but I think Neptune, well, I thought he was going to give them an opening with the pressure that he put on, but the next couple of gunfights and go your way if you are Koi, and this is the difference. You see the slaying just so well balanced on the side of Toronto. They're going to keep it going. Neptune has turned things around since that P5 when we went to the list, and he's put on himself a little bit more, then a couple of multi-kills. This might be a little too late. This is big scrap time here for Toronto.
This is why this matchup was, like, in some ways, like, nightmare for Paris, because like Koi's just like a little bit better at their strengths. And then the Surge, I don't know, flip a coin at this point. Paris, where they found their success, usually behind the Hardpoint, but right now in trouble. Still, it's been that 80-ish point lead throughout the entire map. As P5 pops, it's gonna be Koi in front. You still have Insight all the way at Old that can pinch this at any time. They're trying to flood it through the back. Insight's one-on-one. He's gonna actually end up losing, so here's gonna come the full-on pressure from Paris now.
I mean, well, you're just buying time, though, and you're getting the kills. And when you find all 4, so it was looking so good. You had 2 players spawning in the back. They were trapped. But Kleenex, now he's top green. He is beaming. You are 10 seconds out from taking map 1.
Kips, what a bounce back it has been on the main stage for this young man. Insight in front of the home crowd putting on. And Kleenex, it's finishing with Kips. 4 straight there. What a map
great things that we saw was his life around playing. He didn't overchow. He took his time. Paris were worried about him, but just his ability to stay patient and play his life. I think that's one of the key differences throughout that map. With some of these stressful scenarios that Koi were in, they waited for one another. They played their life to perfection. Shout out Kleenex. And well, Scar looking damn good.
Yeah, I mean, the Kleenex play is going to definitely come to our minds because I think we yelled, how was he alive, like 4 times. Beautiful bit of finesse there, but look at Kips' stat line. 35 and 25, 25 non-traded, 4,400 damage, leads in kills, leads in damage. He's producing there on the hill time as well. A great map for this young player new to the league, and it's awesome to see.
Yeah, it is. And on the other side, like you got a performance out of Sib. Neptune brought it back, but Josie and Envoy kind of struggle there. And one of the keys throughout stage 1, an interview I look back to Major 1, was they always talked about Scar, why it was his frame. It's because Envoy can use a third AR so well, right? They felt like everybody on this team can use both weapons, but that has not happened. They outplayed throughout this map.
Well, and heck, even though Joe Deceived, like his stat line from a kill standpoint wasn't that crazy. You think about like a sub player on Scar, he was like 24 and 26. He had 4K damage.
Yeah.
He had 4 damage with Civ on the other side. He was second in the lobby. So yeah, that's kind of the conversation on Scar sometimes. Like, what do you get out of your sub players? When's the drop going to be out? When's CF15 going to be out? But wow, what a first strike from Koi. And I'm really excited to see more of this Kips guy's career as we continue on.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Toronto kind of in the past have known finding those young players. Maybe you let a Mercury slip, but maybe you have found a Kips.
The biggest slip of all time?
Maybe, potentially.
It's up there. It's up there. You talk about fumble in the bag.
Well, that's why they're making moves.
Yeah. Hey, he is fired up. Love to see that. Joe Deceiv's just been looking for a dynamic duo in the damage dealing department. It seems he has found it. And then you see the sort of that lead I was talking about, like at the 58 point round, you just had it forever. And I kept thinking one of these moments Paris is going to get a hold of, they're going to make a run, how does Toronto deal with it? It just never really happened.
Yeah, and again, they're just so, I mean, they break heavy right now. They're not winning rotations. Both P4s, they didn't have the spawns. We saw it yesterday with Paris, but they found the breaks. But you can't always rely on that. Teams are going to punish you. Phased it earlier today. Now, Koi doing that first map.
No, I mean, I thought we were Paris' good luck charms. You know, we passed the first 2 matches. They were able to get W's, but yeah, it was break after break after break.
Just not what we saw throughout the first stage.
Absolutely not. Now, here we go. We go to search and destroy. If you watch the last series for Paris first phase, that raid search was ugly. I mean, they got the shit beat out of them. Like, it was not good at all. There's no way you're improving things much over the past hour. They just seem lost in search right now, unless someone comes up with a clutch, like a Ghosty clutch, a Neptune clutch, unless Civ is in full-on takeover, hitting every snipe.
Which he might be this map.
Well, yes. Yeah. They have the talent to pull out a search win, but you just you're not relying on fundamentals, you're relying on heroes. Yeah,
you know, a lot of that sometimes I just think it comes down to overthinking, trying to evolve their game after Major 1, maybe just strats all over the place. I think they have to simplify it, play together, almost just play like old Jetpack COD, go together as a 4. We've seen them try to get a little bit, unique, trying to hit towards B, towards plane. It just feels like they weren't always on the same page timings-wise yesterday on this map.
Well,
see if they can simplify it.
We were talking about some of the similarities in these teams. I mean, it really is just kind of across modes. Yes, it's been worse for Gentlemates, don't get me wrong, but the search has not been good for Koi either. This is going to be a battle of the ugly search and destroy teams. And we'll see if the minor edge for Koi proves the difference. I feel like when we saw a bit of success yesterday for Paris and search and destroy, I mean, Envoy was incredible.
Yeah, that was just that Colossus.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw him on this map, right, where you had like Neptune hitting one side, Envoy hitting one side. They just weren't on the same page. We saw like one good round from them.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. See if Paris can answer back. Or if Kips and Joe Deceives are simply too hot to handle. Neptune, stun in. Gunfight win. There's the first blood, but this is where sometimes things slip away for Paris. You get the first blood, you do the hard part, and then it's just question marks.
Well, and who's following up Envoy here, right? All right, I'm going to hit this nade, but now that player is full HP. Kips is watching over him. So how does this engagement go down? And it's exactly what we just talked about, but Civ is there.
I think it would be if it was Trey was there. Then yes, 100%. But okay, we're not out of the woods yet, are
No,
we,
and
Joe?
again, right? Like, I mean, you're in a 2-2 split. Like that could have been a round loss if Neptune doesn't win that fight, or a 2 versus 1 for Sib. But still a chance to close this round out. Kips a 1 versus 2.
Tag or 2 into the first. Got a good idea of position of both players now. Still 30 seconds to work the plant. Plenty here for Paris to get this down, but don't want to get caught with an awkward timing from Kips, so they're opting to wrap this through the entire way. And while Kips kind of doing the same.
It's going to take a long time, though, and if he plays this well, he's going to go for the 50-50, and that's going to be great for Paris' sake. So bombs should be down towards A. They can get to their post plant.
Yeah, best case for Kips, you're hoping you catch somebody, get a one-on-one gunfight there, someone's in the plant, but not going to be the case. So now it gets a little harder. 35 to work with, 1v2 against Sib and Neptune. Kips for a gunfight is absolute beams. 11 HP, but Sib gets gunned to sleep. 25 now on the clock, 1 versus 1.
And your teammates are telling you who you're up against, the type of play style that Neptune likes to do, but he has stayed patient. Well, I think that's why you're seeing Kips with a sub out, just waiting for Neptune to run at him, but that has not been the case. Gonna check the bomb, gonna back it up. This should be round 1 for Nep.
Kips wins the gunfights, but yeah, not enough time to get the defuse. And yeah, that's just who you think he's playing against. He expects something different.
Yeah, I mean, he's got both weapons, so he's hoping to catch Neptune inside of Delhi or going on a flank, but Neptune just stays very, very patient. I mean, excellent shots out of Kips. He gets a little bit of help from the flinch from Sib, because Sib did hit him down to 11 HP, but he got the headshot, comes through.
Yeah, I put it all on Kips, you're right. The flinch did kind of assist him.
Definitely helps.
But still, you can see the young man is shooting. Despite that, though, round to Paris. Gets a little sketchy after their first blood, but they close it out. Inside snipe out. His sideburns get clipped, but he stays up. Kips seeing a lot more than he liked to handle on his peek through over towards B, so he will back it up. Same can be said for that pressure, though.
That is all the info, right? So immediately they go up. Wallbang comes in from inside. That means A bomb is open, bomb planted, man advantage for Koi.
Of course, we watch Insight when he doesn't take a shot. The second we
when it's one through a wall, I guess?
Yeah. Now they just try to hold in the 4 versus 3. There go the Chow's out. They find any freebies. Thought maybe catching one of the cross, but good shots and damage for Koi to kind of keep them in bay. Neptune can't find the angle, can't hit the shots. Kips not losing gunfights. And that will seal it. And that would mean, yeah, you let your sniper get a pick. Play behind the plant numbers. That was a pretty standard offensive round.
Well, and it starts with Kips, right? He doesn't get caught by the stuns and the nades, and he is all the info. There's 2 or 3 B side. Let's go quick A. Then he's your insurance policy in your post plant. He goes all the way through plane side with around 30 seconds left. You're just not going to expect that if you are Paris, as they get aggressive top motel. He catches the timing. He's up to 4-0.
No, I'd just be pissed. There's way too many smiles on the Koi side right now. Like, if I'm Paris looking over, I'm like, I'm about to slap somebody. They're having way too much fun. I mean, Paris got to disrupt their fun at some point here. Envoy, we'll see how this plays out. 2 players do get aggressive to stop the change. He's going to pounce, but the pressure will pay off from Koi. The coverage fire is in, and there's another first blood.
That's just trusting your teammate and knowing the setup that Paris likes to, give Envoy, right? That is a trap set there on the flank towards blue, but you're watching over. Now you're trying to stay alive, and well, okay. Little love back through the wall.
Oh, Envoy's eyes lit up thinking he's got 2. He did not, but what a big killer from Sib to bring it even. Kleenex trying to catch somebody on the exit, not going to be able to do that. You see the minimap Ghosty worried about any kind of wrap through the B side plane push. But it's all going to be through the front, so Ghosty's going to have to get involved sooner than later. He'll turn a couple heads, but Kleenex is able to win his one-on-one. Sib had that big kill, but now he's going to get dropped. Kips is now got up top. Awkward timing for him, but then it doesn't matter. Damage into the last guy, able to win 1 fight, and that will seal it. Back-to-back rounds for Koi. And they find another first blood.
They just play that post plant so soft, right? So Koi get aggressive. They throw all their stuns and nades in the usual places, motel, and they don't see anybody. So you're having one player watch the middle of the map, and you're telling your last guy, just hop the bomb, right? And then you're able to catch Sib, who's worried that somebody's already on that. And he gets caught. Man advantage then for Toronto, and they're able to seal the deal.
And I thought like Kips got caught like kind of awkwardly right as he got out of ADS, but He reels it back in.
Has a
the
little
old
help.
Maddox spam.
Yeah.
Laces one, and then I was surprised he got as many bullets into Neptune as he did. Otherwise, Neptune, he hit it for 40. Neptune's like full health. He might win that gunfight, but not even close to full. Last offensive round for Koi. Inside was eventually able to hit a snipe and get that first pick. He'll do it again here. 2 first bloods now for Jamie Insight. Right after that, though, Envoy's going to find one, so we slow it down into the 3v3.
You try to get aggressive if you're Neptune, and then Joe Deceives follows that up, gives you one back. Big fight going down on the pinch between Kips and Envoy, but Envoy's just going to play his life. Maybe get a little bit of help. I mean, I don't know. Some good shots there from Ghosty.
Yeah, he was still 60 HP. I thought he hit him more than that for a second. I was like, what was that?
It just looked crazy.
Yeah, no, it did look crazy. Playing it tight now. Flinch going to allow him to hit the flick, so Insight can't line up another. Kips and Envoy have exchanged probably all of their ammo at this point. And Sib will pounce though, and Sib will win it. He's going to get 2. Now all on Kips, and Sib's going to gun him as well.
And well,
Sib can be ice cold.
This is kind of the most we're seeing him use this AR, right? It feels like he always has a snipe out, but trying to switch it up, trying to get involved a little bit more. And with the way he was shooting map 1, I do not blame him at all. Gets the 3rd to end it.
Yeah, I thought I think he took the first 2 bullets there and then just laced him. I guess just credit to Sib there. Like, I mean, you think you got a pretty good post-plan setup of your Koi, and Sib just annihilates you. I mean, I gotta assume the first 2 got some team shots that go down, but maybe not with Sib, actually. I don't know. He might just one-clip you. 3 HP for Envoy. You can tickle him. No longer gonna die to a tickle. Back to full. Sib's line of sight cut off from the smoke, but he had just a sliver there. Couldn't connect though. The smoke sets up Envoy though for 2, make it 3. It's a buffet for Envoy.
And while Envoy was just waiting for someone to chow Sib, right? He's got the sniper in the middle of the map. 1 versus 4 now for Kips. But uses the smoke, able to play his life inside of Delhi. You're getting some great individual plays here out of Paris.
Yeah, 3 for Sib in a round, 3 for Envoy in a round. Well, what did we talk about? I mean, search wins for Paris usually come behind like hero plays, or like, maybe not hero plays, that's a kind of a weird definition. I mean, he's not apathy, but like, just like individual brilliance. But this is set up behind the smoke. They've got 3 mid-map. Envoy, do your thing, and well, he does it. He played really well yesterday. I know, things fell apart today, obviously, in the series versus FaZe. But look at that, you got 4 straight for Envoy. They, I guess, supplemented each other's triples. Sib keeps it going, make it 5 in a row. Insight was off back-to-back first bloods with the snipe on offense. Sib says not 3 times.
Yeah, Neptune's just making sure he can back up, and he's actually going to try to sneak through. These are some of the plays that he likes to do to get aggressive towards A, where sometimes that man advantage can be thrown. But he's got Sib looking over him. Delhi is controlled by Envoy. And there we go. They're going to be able to find Kleenex. Everyone else is going to pounce. Better here so far from Paris.
Kips, last alive counter, 42. I think he's literally been last alive like every round. Almost clutched the 1v2, but came up a little bit short. This may be winnable. Not anymore. It is not winnable. Envoy will hunt him down. And think about it. Koi won back-to-back rounds, like back-to-back solid rounds. It was looking good. Since then, it has been all Paris.
Yeah, well, what? You had a triple from Sib, triple from Envoy. This time, it's Sib again who brings out the sniper. Screw what I said about his AR. Snipe back in hand, finds that first blood. And they play with aggression, but they had the help through the middle of the map on top of it.
I think a lot of players starting to mix it up a little bit. When you talk about snipe, AR, catch team off guard. You're thinking, hey, he misses a snipe, we got this. Then suddenly, 2 of you get laced by him with an M15. Sib's free-ended, but Envoy's is still going. He's on 6 in a row. And this is, 3 straight rounds for Paris. Envoy, good job using the smoke to get out of this. They were trying to hunt him down. Beautiful play from Envoy. He could do no wrong currently in this map too. They are still just hunting this house. It's the haunted house of Envoy. He's still alive. Finally, he's going to drop. I think he's going to back it up further to his team.
No, that's it, right? Or just like play a corner, but he decides to try to catch them, but it may not matter. Siv's going to bring it back. Ghosty, Neptune on the board as well. Don't worry, Envoy, we have your back. You bought us enough time to get in a position. Gentlemen, this is some of the best their search has looked.
Yeah, to be fair, like I mean, he did play that bit differently than I thought he was going to after he backed it the whole way up, but that was a good 20 seconds that he was playing hide and go seek.
No, for sure. He ran into him.
Yeah, it went from hide and go seek to him being the hunter. I don't know. Team's probably like, all right, clock's down to 30, send it, brother. Paris stringing together some solid search rounds. Their first search today, I mean, Ghosty got goosed, they got goosed, got beat 6-0. Now a round away from taking this map too and tying us up at 1-1. Unless Koi can get things clicking. They can really use the first blood, but there's not gonna be one there. I think everybody there took damage from frag, stunned up.
The trophy not where they needed to be.
Apparently not.
Yeah, they needed it to be a little bit further up, but they're all still alive, so it's okay.
Yeah, that might have been like 180 damage done.
Yeah, that trophy's just hanging out like, hey, my bad.
You're just out of my reach. I want to help. My arms aren't long enough. Well, Insight dodging bullets. Civ has been lights out in this one. Plan has not gone through yet. They're thinking about it, but Kips gets a much needed blood. Ghosty flies out, trades that, but still number is going to be to Koi as Neptune can't quite find the room to get one. Insight by his time, then we'll hit the shot. Koi, still some life in their legs.
And well, as good as Civ has been, he is known for that, right? Just middle of the map, taking chows, backs up to the 18, goes for a jump snipe, but they must be preeminent. If it's not a team shot, Kips rips him. And well, he loses that first blood.
He is
Cobb's
version of J.R. Smith.
No, he really is. He's a little bit better than
J.R.
that,
Smith.
but
You live and you die by him, bro. He's got a green light, he's chucking it up. I never thought about that till just now, but he's
no, he is.
Holy hell.
Sometimes he's off the Henny.
And here we go, Civ. Give him another first blood. Hell, now he might 720 spin out to mid-map. I'm not entirely sure, but Insight will hit one to bring it back. Envoy, we've seen him from this position early in the search and destroy, but he had somebody just opposite him and things got a little bit crazy. And it might be crazy again. Well, no, as he gets jumped, he's trying to back it up, but already pushing up and no angle to watch it.
It works out. Yeah, I think that's what they were. Yeah, they had no info on Joe. They were trying to bait out Kleenex, but he doesn't. He's got a Drave, so he's like, I can't take this fight. Wanted to back up.
As long as Joe doesn't turn that into 2, you're fine.
Hello.
Yep. I saw a glimpse. Oh, well. Thank God for the wall. It protects his manhood.
Yeah, his left titty is gone, though, so he's going to have to deal with that later. But 2 versus 2. 35 seconds to go. They pretty much know they're going to have to plan A.
2v2 for Paris for the win.
Insight just turned. He was watching this angle.
Ghosty, big win. It's all on Insight now with the snipe. Timing horrendous there. He might have been able to hit one and bring it back. Civ just holding with the snipe. Slide out and chow. Insight's like, give me a shot at this. They're not going to give it to him yet.
Dude, his timings have been awful.
Awful timings, but listen, it is a great stretch there for this Paris team. It starts with those moments we were kind of talking about. You have a 3-kill round from Civ, you have a 3-kill round from Envoy. It almost feels like it's just a spark for this team.
Yeah, but you can already tell too, like even in their mid-rounds, they were better. They were around each other, if not on top of each other. They were near the area so they could get trades. I think a great look at that is sort of their A defense when Civ and Neptune, they get aggressive. You know, Envoy and Yossi, they aren't towards the B-bomb, they're towards Delhi. They can get there quick as soon as those spikes were there. So a much better look there for them on Scar.
And honestly, I was thinking after Koi took that map 1, I mean, just based on recent search and destroy, like they're in a very, very good spot. But you do like some of the maps later in the series too. For
we got Den, right? As soon as we added Kips to this lineup, it was all about why the hell are you playing Koi on Den? Like someone's got to veto it at some point.
Taking a look through it, I mean, Civ, pair of first bloods with that snipe. Kips, I mean, Kips, that map's like a lie to some degree. He had like 1,600 damage, 9 and 7. The first blood's great, but some of those kills were meaningless in the sense he got left in like 1v3s, 1v4s. He might have, 5 of those kills might have been in situations that did not matter, but you still saw the guy was shooting, nearly pulled out some insane clutches. It's just, you were up 2-1 and things just unraveled.
Yeah, you never really get anything going, but I think the first sleds are a big part of that. Like, talking about the sniper diff and Sib's the difference.
I thought he had more than 2, honestly.
It felt that way.
Yeah,
he at least had some big trades, or maybe then when they were down.
Yeah, it must have been. I thought he had like 3 or 4 in my head for some reason behind the first clutch. But now, just a pair form of the fact is we're tied up 1-1. It's been all 3-0 so far today. Thankfully not going to have one here. Hopefully this one continues to be a grueler for those in attendance and those at home. Thank you for hanging out and watching. The venue is packed and we're having a very, very sexy time. Map 3 Overload continues after a very quick break.
Major 3 is going to be a classic. 4 challenger teams are taking on the 12 pro teams, bringing non-stop action to the ATO. Get your tickets before they sell out at DreamHack.com/Atlanta. Dominate the competition on main stage with the CDL Major Hunter Tracer Pack. Collect your chip by scanning the QR code or heading to the in-game store now.
Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
Two of them. Say something, Marco, nice. Yo, maybe finching mid?
Could be out of it, me.
Could be outer, boys. Could be checkers. Probably just hitting checkers. Nice.
Yes.
Wow. I'm mad, boys.
I literally shot at you.
Applause, man.
Well, hello there. We are back and ready to kick it into the map 3. A hot contest so far. Yeah, it's hot in the building. It's hot in the series.
Hey, you got shorts on today.
You're hot. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be warm today. I had a feeling, so I had to pull out the quads. Look at these things. You think anyone's blinded?
I've been see through them.
I've been hitting the peloton though. There's some muscle there. I'm telling you, these things feel like a couple of rocks, man.
Okay.
I'm so sorry about that, everybody at home. Hopefully, no one
Viewer discretion is advised.
had their vision affected by the bright lights of my quads.
Ken Sparrow. Last guy Fred, he's low. He's low.
I'm 245. I'm sorry.
I have the cross. One deep. Crossing Joe dead. Another one deep. Nice! This guy has 65! So you have 60 for the outro! Yo, Joe! No way, Joe! What are you doing, Joe?
That's a dog.
Fine, guys, I'll do everything myself. It's fine. And then I get naded by my teammate. Like, oh, I'm freaking healed for that.
This guy don't play for the win.
What? This is criminal! What was that?
Play for the win.
What? Why is he laying down though?
Because he don't play for the win. I get.
Hey Ken, you know where you died from?
This guy's not real.
What do we call that out? Because I knew he was there the whole time.
Let's call it barrel.
Hello, we are back. The fans were very upset that the Neil Diamond went away. They're still singing it, even though. So good! Yeah, we should be singing with them. I guess so. Okay, welcome back. As you can hear, the crowd continues. They were having an absolute blast. Everyone is hammered, and it's beautiful. But, all right, listen, we talked a lot about the Hardpoint. We talked a lot about the search. What we haven't discussed much of is the overload. Thoughts on these two squads?
I mean, for Paris yesterday, exposure, that's where they went 2-0 yesterday. They got flowing a little bit, but today, FaZe able to take them down. A very defensive game. So can they get back to that? It feels like if their overload is able to get back to that, then they have a chance to continue on.
We'll see if they're able to do that. Yeah, the respawn can be good enough that maybe you can pull off 50-50 in search and see if they can make a run to another final. We're going to talk a little bit about Ghosty and Insight, the main AR battle. They're overloaded Major 2. Both have been prolific. They've been getting it done by scoring. They've been getting it done in the KD and damage department. And Insight, you know, listen, he's been hit or miss sometimes. He has. But honestly, so is Ghosty over this like stretch for qualifier too. Like,
yeah, it looked like the end of stage 2, he was like back with the qualifier.
Not like he was early in the year, though, that's for sure.
No, but yeah, he had a couple of those moments, and we've seen some maps from him throughout this major. But so far throughout the series, a little bit quiet. Where Insight yesterday on this map destroyed the Falcons.
I love, dude. The crowd's obviously letting legitimate players hear it. And they've just been so unfazed. I saw a screenshot. There's a guy like literally flipping off Ghosty. His hand's like in his face, and Ghosty, I don't even know if he noticed.
He's got the blinders on.
I don't even know if he noticed that. He's just locked, ready to compete. And you know, we saw it was after round 2. I kind of highlighted. You know, you saw like it was a shot of the Koi players, and they were all smiles. Literally having the time of their lives. I was like, that's gotta die. They gotta kill that. You do that by winning a search and destroy.
Yeah, well, they might just be done with that because, listen, at this point, this has already been a pretty good tournament. Honestly, for all these squads, right? You just kind of started in the play-in. So at this point, you're just locked and loaded. But after this, we're headed to Atlanta, a Major 3. You get your tickets now, already on sale. Use that QR code.
And that is going to be a dream hack as well. So expect the craziness. It's a packed venue. Fans maybe not going to be quite as hammered, which I'll be very disappointed about because the people here have been an absolute delight and adventure. People have been having a great time, and we still have a bunch of action to continue on this week. And the big matches continue tomorrow with our top 4. It is our blessed Mercules.
That Mercules is Jesus.
Yes.
All right.
Every night, go to bed and say your prayers, Stan. And you'll get on again, SR.
That is incredible.
You'll get on again, SR, brother, I'm telling you. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We should be into the map 3 here in just a moment. Players all in seats now. Overload, exposure, about to come your way. Audience, thanks for keeping us entertained. And I heard from production we have a little delay. They're figuring something out for one player, and then we should be good to go.
I'm just happy this audience gets to see a map 4 today.
That's true. That's true. And if you just joined us today, whether that's at home or in venue, a refresh on how we got here and where we're going. We'll look at the bracket. We had our play-in matches yesterday, our round 1 yesterday. And this is where we are currently sitting in winner's bracket final. Couldn't have asked for a better matchup there with Optic and FaZe looking like the 2 top teams currently. And this is one of our elimination matches happening right now, tied 1, and the next it'll be, what, G2 and Thieves?
Yeah, we'll see if these can keep it up. Obviously, they have a big bounce back over Miami after getting reverse swept, but yeah, we kind of saw the video on social coming into this one where everybody on top of sort of what's your top 3. Addy and Optic, there was a lot of FaZe.
Yeah,
You're starting to see it why.
Yeah. Guessing. And Scrims, things are going quite well for them. You can see when it comes to the objective on Overload for Koi, we're spreading the love. Everybody's sitting at double-digit scores. And a lot of time, listen, it's objective by committee. Who's going to be the person in the spot that's going to grab it and go? And that's certainly changed over the years. That's across most modes nowadays.
Yeah. Got to be able to do it all, no matter your position or what you are doing, with both weapons and.
Okay, well, I thought we were getting started and we're resetting. Sorry. Trying to update you guys on what the deal is. Not sure if they started with wrong sides or someone's still having a problem, whether audio or technical or otherwise. But both teams gonna be iced a little bit. Time to talk with coaches and think about this map 3. Trying to slow down Kips, who has had a terrific series so far. On the other side, Civ has not really been missing. Those 2 of the players I'm going to continue to watch going forward because they've just kind of been the shooters for their squads.
Yeah, I mean, Civ versus FaZe earlier on this exact map was, yeah, he was beaming. Unfortunately, there just wasn't a lot of help by the rest of the committee. It was a very defensive battle versus FaZe, but Draza, he was too clutch. So we'll see if, yeah, someone else can get going for them.
Paris trying to replicate what they were able to do in Major 1. They walked away with a win, and this is how they got there. It's going to be a long road to get it done this time, a little bit different with the plan and change in format. But it started with a win over Koi. It's a familiar territory here.
Yeah, obviously you have the big 0-3 versus Optic, but then you get the rematch. And on Sunday, the last two, that is where the clutches, the magic started to happen that led them to winning in that Scar Search Destroy map 7 over Optic. But yeah, a lot of search.
Colossus Search for Space is probably, I think maybe the most memorable map of the weekend. Like that was absolute insanity. Sheer number of insane plays. Neptune, guys, just an unreal talent art. We're trying this again. Exposure. If there's any advantage here, at least for Paris, you got a chance to play this earlier. I know it didn't go well, but you still got a rep on it, right?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of exposure overload throughout this weekend.
A ton, yeah.
I mean, there was a ton of den to start stage 2, and then you kind of had everybody adjust off of that the last couple of weeks, and that's the way map trends tend to happen. So we're seeing everybody kind of square up on exposure.
Kleenex looking to put up. Able to win that first. That's a backslide to Finesse, and he is getting away. Waiting on the health to come through, and Joe Deceived helped perfectly. What a brilliant play there from Kleenex. As Koi worked to find openings, Joe Deceived starts out 3-0, trying to get EMP control, but you're not able to get it. So the big thing you needed after those kills was objective control. Never happened.
Yeah, I mean, they're still so far pushed up, but this EMP has not moved. Yeah, Joe Deceived pushing top plat. Now it is Kleenex's turn, still alive somehow, but Sib is out. And if he gets a kill, he does not get a kill, so that does not slow things down. You're gonna find the second on the Envoy, a great nade, but there's just one player left. He's not gonna get there in time. Koi up 1.
Great nade. Unfortunately, that's the only kill. You don't get anything else outside that.
What did I break off yesterday?
Yeah. There's still going to be a ton of pressure here. Sib, once again, trying to win fights on the backside of this, but it takes so long. That's going to be a second score through. This time, at least you clear the board. The rally will stop there.
Yeah, I mean, the first 90 seconds for Paris on this map at times just feels like you blink and they're down 0-2. Still plenty of time to recover, but they got to get out of their base. They're doing that right now.
That was the Wanderers Carolina. Yeah, they went down 0-2. It was ugly, and then as the game went on, they really found their flow. Envoy gets his first. Gonna finesse a bit here with EMP. Trying to swap sides. Work together with Neptune, who's gonna be backing this up, but he's also gonna have Ghosty to lead the way. As a stun hits, it's delayed for a moment, but Ghosty gonna need to win a fight. Not able to do it. Movement.
I'm not sure how he did it with that. I mean, it just, you saw the shadow. He was ready for him to be in that spot, but yeah, the dropping maybe just outclasses you there.
Just a little side strafe and sub SMG, yeah. Just guns him. But still, a threat to put through a score. Defensive line is there for Koi, though. We'll try to stop this. Nice shot from Neptune. Still going to drop one as well. That's going to be 3 dead. Last guy up, not in position to make the play. Is going to be inside. So there, you get one back.
And that was beautifully done. Just Envoy, you can see time of possession. He had that for over a minute. So just wrapped it back and forth, controlling connector. And he is still alive inside of P4, finally taken down. So yeah, once those first 90 seconds are gone, normally Paris start to play the game a little bit better, and that's exactly what happens.
Now they're going to play a little bit of defense. The team into the hands of Koi. They won the mid-map fight. 2 players here defensively to deal with this, and the rest of them have to deal with Insight, who's kind of waiting in their back lobby to find the timing to pounce. Watching Sib's POV deep on the defensive side, you can see how hard it can be. Just challenging multiple headings, he's going to fall. So first domino is down. Now Neptune, next up the back. Can he at least walk away with 1? Here comes Insight, been waiting the entire time through the back lobby. He will pounce, he'll get 2. That'll lead to a score. Perfect there from Koi. Great patience there from Insight.
That's exactly it. He just has to wait for somebody to get a kill. Like, you're able to take down Sib, and then you still wait, right? Until EMP starts to move up a bit, then the pressure is on. The timing was there. Beautifully done there.
Yeah, I think sometimes, yeah, it's like that first kill happens and you go. In that split second, they're just like still holding it. But yeah, that little like second or 2 delay ends up shooting multiple people in the back. Really well done.
And I mean, this might be the 4th goal. I mean, you're going to have two players here, and that nade is going to help. So a big nade from Civ, but yet they hold on to the 2 versus 2. You have the pistol on inside, so you should be good.
Yeah, nade, and well, the trophy was big there too, because it ate everything coming in over the top of Koi. With 60 seconds left, and you bring this within 1 again, it's been Koi possession for the last 2 minutes or so. They're going to start to put it forward again. Ghosty just trying to deal with the EMP carry. He's going to get dropped. Phoenix gets one with a pistol. Up, over, but stop right at the goal line. You still have a player or 2 here. Last one's going to be Kips. Can't win the one-on-one. That might have been enough to get it through, but Neptune holds the line.
I mean, it was just all Neptune right there. Maybe it's a little bit help from some stunts and some nades, but it does not matter. You needed the 2-piece. The good thing for Koi, though, the reset is right here. You're going to hit 3 dead. But Ghosty's lurking, try to buy time. You see the spawns across.
Oh, no.
The map there for Paris, and well, you're just going to try to rotate this out.
They're rapidly, quickly, and once again, you got someone through lobby. It's Kips. They thought he found the timing, but I think the spawning player was able to deal with that. After that, though, it's all going to be Koi. Trying to get it through, they line up for Envoy, and he will hold the line. Joe Deceive's final player, he'll fall. We'll see if maybe Paris can turn this 30 seconds of overtime into a score.
Well, Kips, if he is too slow on this, he's going to be out of the play. But it looks like Paris are going to slow down. It's going to allow him to be in a good spot. I like this patience. He just wants to kill the EMP carrier. Half will end, and there you go. Beautifully done.
No, I was looking at that. He's like, I only need 1 kill. The rest don't matter. I thought for a second he was going to die right before it, and things might be interesting.
Yeah, it was almost bad.
We'll check out some of the highlights, but yeah, I mean, Koi win the break off, and they turn it into 2 early scores. I really like honestly, their best score is maybe the setup, but inside back line, they're 3rd. So good. Paris had their chances to have, they won, maybe have this be a tie game, but Koi didn't really allow them to hold the rock for
I was there really wasn't too many chances for them, maybe 2. But honestly, it was the defense. It was the defense for Gentlemen to keep them in this game.
Yeah, as I said that, I was like, there were 2 chances, so you could have tied it, but then, yeah, Koi had the EMP pretty much the rest of the time. There's a pause here for a second. We'll see what's going on, but they're chatting through things here quickly with the admins. As soon as they're good, we'll hop into this second half.
Yeah, it looks like something on the choice on maybe.
Yeah, I know we had an issue with a delay here before this match started, so not sure if it's something compounding from that issue or what the deal is, but...
Good thing is we were at halftime.
Yeah, no, true. Just trying to look out the stage and see what's going on. I don't know.
Maybe some eagle eyes out of you.
Yeah, I don't even see like them really discussing it with an admin or anything. Huh.
Yeah, let's say he's just trying to rejoin, more than likely. Everybody's kind of waiting on him. So whatever's going on with Inside, we'll wait for him to rejoin. Everyone's sort of looking at the admins. We're waiting for him too. Hopefully we're back in the game soon. Looking like everybody's getting back now.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right, should be ready in a second here. Well, that's the hope.
Fist bumps, right? That's always a good sign.
All right. Woo. I swear, our last series last night, there was an issue of 5 minutes as well.
Happens. I think there's something going on with exposure.
Yeah, no, it's probably it. Envoy, Neptune, try to turn around this second half. And they played this day 1, well, yesterday versus Carolina. It was really the second half where they went bonkers. They outscored them 5-1 in the second half. Once they got in the flow, they would not let up. But they're going to need possession first and foremost to make that happen. Just got heard a game is starting, so we should be continuing here in a second, I hope.
Well, the Gentlemen's fans just trying to get them locked in, still going, still believing that they can make this run.
I gave them something to believe in with that search and destroy win.
That's great form out of you.
It's got to be a sweaty, stinky mess in there.
Is he two-handing that? Wow. Guy's going skiing. Ambidextrous.
Well, I was told we were starting. I believe that might have been a lie. We just wanted to see our Lord and Savior Hercules one more time.
Oh, look at that stash. Yeah, drink the whole thing.
Oh, throw it back. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, take it on board. Yeah! need you to grow that hair and that stash.
I don't know. That mullet is beautiful.
You would look incredible.
Not sure my hair can go that long anymore.
That guy's got 3 wives, I can tell. Lord Almighty. Well, thanks for having fun and being patient with us. I was told match was starting. Then I was told that Comp Ops was talking to players. So there's some sort of dilemma going down between the squads. I wish that I could solve it all for you, but listen, there's one thing you could do. You could continue drinking, continue partying while we solve this. But you're helping Joe and I fill time while we wait on a resolution for our 2 squads. We're tied up 1-1. We're in the middle of our swing game overload. And it was a really good close to the first half for Coy, but Paris with a chance to think through what went wrong, try to make another run. If they can get all the way to the final, who the hell knows? I don't think they're in the form to get it done. I don't think your search is good enough to get it done, but sometimes
there's always a little magic.
Just a little magic, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Insight's back in the UK.
Yeah.
Last time we were here was that Splice magic, got them all the way to a final.
Well, do you think right now, though, honestly, Coy, gentlemen, it's G2. You think any are beating Thieves right now?
No. Based off of recent form, no.
Yeah, I think we can only go off this weekend.
Yeah, I think based on what sort of Optic Phase and Thieves have shown, I think that's where I'm kind of leaning towards my top 3, but you never know. Think we lose an hour of sleep tonight?
Oh, I'm going to bed early.
Yeah. You know, that could play. Make some things weird. But who knows? It's a little magic for Insight.
Yeah, I don't know. If someone gets annihilated tomorrow because they lost an hour of sleep, I don't tell you. That's just, I'm not sure that could be on the excuse radar.
Well, it is for us. We're just old.
For us, yeah.
Yeah. We're just old now.
100% for us, yeah.
It's gonna mess us up.
Just looking through some highlights from day 1. As Paris came into the play-in, they had a really poor Major 2 qualifier, well, by their standards so far this year. But things started to click a little bit. Started with the match versus Royal Ravens.
Well, they
dominated that one.
Yeah, they started down 0-1, but that map too was so crucial for them, and that was the Envoy play. Then you match up in winners round 1 versus your number 2 seed. We kind of talked about their hardpoint was so break heavy. You got one of those maps out of Ghosty. Well, just take that momentum.
Yeah, I mean, just surprised by Miami because, like, you know, number 2 seed, I see some tweets saying, you know, onliners getting exposed and stuff. I'm like, I hear you, but like, this is also a team where the core plays top 3 all last year, so it's not like, I don't know, it's not the same conversation as like Carolina being onliners.
No, it's a different format, right? Where normally if you lose in your near winners, you have a day break, you can reset a little bit, and we didn't have that yesterday. We had 2 stages rolling, and just due to this play-in, the way it's set up, you played Paris, then you lost, and you played Thieves. Like, it's just like 2 real tough matchups right away, and normally you don't have that as a 2 seed.
No, I mean, it didn't get any easier for them, that's for sure. Really, I mean, I haven't seen the players like talking to anyone or talking to each other, so it must be, I guess, our side maybe figuring it out.
You had an instant replay here, huh? Maybe working on their form?
Oh, he was slamming. Absolutely slamming. I'm sorry if that's his wife, but I said he had 3 wives. I apologize. It just came out of me. It's nothing I can do to take it back. I promise that at some point today, this match will continue. It might be in 4 hours. I don't know. But it'll continue. Did we get more bars today?
I think so.
We're supposed to get more bars. I was on Adam though. Hopefully he handled it.
Well, you see the team still just discussing it.
Kompov still working through stuff with the teams. It looks like it's going to take a minute to get this solved before we hop into the second half of our overload. Going to take a minute to figure things out. When we have more information, we'll let you know. But for now, we're going to hop to a quick break.
Impossible situation.
They've done it. They've done it. The first points of the season. First Vegas Falcons.
Series
Hexton has nothing against.
Vindication.
We got effects and everything. We got effects and everything.
This guy Alex, unbelievable. He is a
First series win for the Vegas Falcons. Vindication. For all four of those
I can't believe it. Oh my God.
Unloved champions across the board. They have only done it.
But now Kiz is in a great spot to find a first blood. That was insane. Oh my God, why did he just do that?
Joe's face was comedy in here.
And this weekend, we will find out which team will take the largest portion of that $1 million prize pool and etch their names into Call of Duty history forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Las Vegas, the World Series of Warzone Global Final.
Wait, why are they showing that clip? Why are they showing this, man?
Oh man.
Why are they showing our worst moments?
A few moments later.
Because I appreciated the 30 people in there watching. Why the do they keep showing it? They added it to the montage. They added it to the montage. Oh man, you're telling me that they added that to the montage?
We gotta find him. We gotta find him.
You got your smokes if you're a little weak.
He's on the outside. He's on the outside.
To your right. Close, right. Let's go, baby! Come on! Come on! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
We're back and ready to continue. I believe we're starting here in a second. We are. We're back into our second half action. Koi up 3-1. As Paris would now try to bring it back over these 5 minutes. Okay, early control for Koi. Pistol shot on point for insight. Still a lot of players to deal with.
But it's
and Chase deals with both of them.
It's the break again. These breakoffs so far throughout the weekend have not been great for Genomates. Just getting punished by these early scores. They add another one to the board.
Paris, more work to do now, down 3. Just don't want to allow these to chain together. Lucky for them, it was a bottom side score and a top side respawn, so can't be as smooth for Koi to try and chain together, but they still, well, kind of an opportunity. Really, it's just your EMP carrier and eventual support from Kleenex, but EMP carrier drops, Kleenex is cleared up, now Paris, their chance to go.
Nice play here by Sid to just play his life. I thought Joe was going to stop that push, and now Josie's going to get pushed up. He's able to find one, so that'll start everything for them. Some pre-fires to the defense. Hold on, it's looking good so far. It's all down to Neptune. 1 and 2 out of Kleenex.
Yeah, I think there's a friendly fire there too, so it makes the kill on EMP carrier even easier. As that would have been a big answer for Paris after dropping the ball off the break-off. Nice shots from Kips, just straight, on point. Ghosty trying to buy time to get behind. Gets one, turning some heads, trying to stay alive by time for Sid to pinch this out. Gonna get there in time. Sid in behind 2, and now it's a threat. EMP back in control. One player to disrupt this, and he's gonna be dealt with by Envoy. There's the score on through. Look to EMP spawn quickly, the bottom side of the map. That's where the spawn's gonna be for Koi. They'll be on it immediately, but Neptune is in between enemy lines, and Neptune is able to get 2, a massive 2, to keep Paris in the fight.
Yeah, and I mean, you had the counter opportunity, but may not have mattered. Just Kips got 2 kills, so everybody would have been back for Paris, but maybe you get Neptune going. He's up to 20 kills. Sim right behind him. Now only down 2. I believe you still have a Hellstorm on Kleenex, so you have that to work with. But since the start, it has been all Paris really controlling the map.
Can they turn this into another one? Neptune's 2 kind of lead to continued mid-map control. I was going to say you have a lead blocker and Sim on one side of it. But with that nade hit and then a streak is called in, this push will be delayed. Thankfully for Paris, you get most of the kills. You You get all the kills really outside of the streak. That could have got better for
Sip
Paris.
just keeps going. Sip keeps going, taking the fights. Clinics is able to slow him down. But yeah, at least it's not a hellstorm that leads to a score for Koi. So gentlemen, they deal with that. Still 2 minutes, but still down 2.
No, I mean, he didn't lead to a score for Koi. He didn't even slow down the push from Paris. They've still had EMP this whole time, and they're going to get it through back within 1. As Paris continue to be the second half overload team, and they're still pouring it on. Everybody on spawn for Koi, respawn back to mid-map.
Huge win.
Yeah, finally a gunfight win for Koi.
And this is what we saw yesterday versus Carolina. When Genomates get into this scenario, they are so darn good at keeping the pressure on. And well, I don't know if we're gonna get there in time. We are all tied up. Genomates are in flow.
This is exactly like the match versus Carolina, because this side of the map, as you said, locking them in, pouring it on, not giving Koi a chance to breathe. They know they've got Joe Deceives to deal with on one side of it.
Hellstorm.
Hellstorm going to come in. It is going to connect the deal with Kleenex, providing a bit of support here for Envoy. You still have Joe Deceives running laps in your spawn. He'll be dealt with. Joe Deceives going to drop. Envoy wins a big one. One person in the back box to shut down. It's going to be Insight. Sid finding his time, popping with a bit. He's going to gun both. They can't score yet though. Joe Deceives able to pop two. It's chaos towards the goal. It's somehow, some way, Koi hold the line.
How good was that 2 from Sib? Well, maybe not as good as the 2 to follow that up by Joe Deceives to hang on. And well, we are 25 seconds away, but a counter opportunity here for Toronto Koi. You have a lot of forward pressure. You're getting the kills. Should just come down to Envoy to play a little defense. And well, looks like Neptune's gonna slow it down a bit. You're gonna play the time. You're maybe not gonna let them get that chance. And this map is done.
It's done when it matters most. Koi put one through. They get dominated in the second half. Dominated, but the final 30 makes the plays, and it starts with that defensive hold. After Sid pops through the pistol, I'm thinking we are done. This is a score for Paris. But it comes into one of the better goal line stops we have seen and turns into a clutch score in the final seconds. And the heads up play, just make sure there's not 10 seconds on the clock. Don't allow any respawn or crazy overtime play. Ended. Koi get the dub.
Yeah, I mean, all the momentum was Paris' side.
Oh, yeah.
They were getting kills, finding multis in your base.
Bro, possession that half was probably 90-10. The Paris
felt that way.
100%. No, I mean, the first like 30 seconds to a minute you had it if you were Koi, and you had it in the final 30. Outside of that, it was literally Paris having you pinned in. Holy hell, what a map that turned into. We've had some electrifying overloads this weekend. We tack on another one there. Sib, another solid map, but not enough. Not enough to walk away with the dub. Koi just a little too icy, get it done late.
And a lot of their scores came within the first minute of the round, at least 3 of their goals. So those great starts led them to have the ability, the cushion to deal with that scenario.
It was legitimately the opening minute and the final seconds. Yeah, that's where Koi did all of their damage in the scoring. But it's another one where it highlights how important breakoffs are with each half. How often do we have a score go through in the first 30 to 45? We'll take a look through some of the first half highlights, but really, man, it came down to the story of the second.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the great that was. Hopefully we caught it. So yeah, after the 3-1, it slowed down a little bit, then we got into our second half. Then Paris started going crazy.
I bet possession overall probably ended up being pretty close to 50-50, because it was all Koi through that first half. This is where the comeback starts to get going. They bring it back within 2. Neptune's 2 here. It's really that's a turning the tide moment where that's a potential counter score opportunity for Koi. Instead, it's retained control for Paris. As we look forward to more of their scores. Ooh, it's just this pistol's something naughty, huh?
Yeah, you just never really had map control. You aren't wrong. You're spawning all the way back right. And sometimes it just be so difficult. You don't have window control. You're running back and forth. You get caught in your spawn, and you can see the pressure that Paris had. They tie it up at 4 here. Here's the Sip 2, but Joe's was a little bit better. Well, we weren't able to catch it, and then they took their time.
Yeah, so hoping we'd see the most important moment maybe of the map, but unfortunately.
Insight, he knew they needed 10 seconds for a chance. Waited till it was below that timer off the reset. And the good thing for Paris, at least you want to search and get us to a game 4.
But I mean, you are what? You're 3-on-2, about 10 feet from the goal, and just can't get it in. I mean, listen, we have had a lot of incredible stops from that, but just in that moment, that close to the end of regulation, sensational there out of Koi, icing up, taking the edge 2-1, and well, it's scary if Koi are up 2-1 and we're headed to a pair of dens.
Yeah, this was, since they added chips, sort of like, no, veto, 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 veto. I think the only team who has really taken it to them on Den has been Optic.
Yeah.
Able to do that earlier in the weekend. They're like, I won't play it, but everybody else has had not a lot of luck.
To be fair though, we've seen this happen where a team's really so good at something, it gets banned, and then you don't play it officially for weeks, and then it's not quite the same firepower. They're still scrimming it and stuff, I know, but they haven't seen it outside of Optic. Like literally no one's playing them on it.
Yeah, I think just because it's probably still such a new team since the addition of Kips, right? They're probably okay. On the other side, I think the map that stands out for Ghosty is probably Den Hardpoint yesterday, so not the best map 3 for him, but maybe he can find success here.
We head to a pair of dens with Koi up 2-1. It is an elimination match. Loser's tournament run is over. Winner continuing on in the fight that potentially makes a run to a grand final. It's going to be real tough for the squads remaining in this tournament, but can't count either of these teams out if they get hot. Map 4, Den is Koi, try to close.
Well, Paris opt to, not play Den earlier versus facing that map 1. You see, though, on the year, 10-3. Probably in their best hardpoint map. You saw 5-5, yeah. All right, hasn't been great, but since the addition of Gibbs, it has been much better for Koi. And now they are on the board early.
Joe Siege can be the lethal weapon here on Den. He starts to get loose, his timings are on point, he'll completely take over. Snipped out the corner, but Ghosty will win it. Kips follows it up though. See his shot, you still see him lacing. If anyone's gonna shut him down, of course it's Sid with a pistol. That'll win that fight.
Well, you're gonna spawn 2 out. So, I mean, Koi do an excellent job in the early time and flipping the spawns, but then in the final 10, Paris fighting back, trying to deal with inside. He's the last one here. Doing a good job playing his life. Just trying to buy time for his teammates to get there. He has done it. Kleenex Kips are here. Kips continues to go. That was 3 in the feed for him. Beautifully done here from Insight.
Insight's gonna pop a quick reload, try to keep the damage in from the upcoming push. Checking the backside, checking the side door. Everywhere he's looking, there's incoming fire. A break is in for Paris, and the breaks are gonna be the talking point for this Paris team in Hardpoint at the plate. How often can they find the breaks? And will lead to a win.
Yeah, you can see though, they get so aggressive through the front. You do spawn them in the back, 25 seconds though, so they will handle this. They recognize that situation. They find those kills, but this will allow Koi to contest an Insight. He's gonna find 2. Well, he's got 4 in a row, leading the way with 7 on rotation. Paris will be there though.
Hold up though. Okay, they pick it up. I'll say Neptune's been lurking, might disrupt this, but it's going to be probably 3 from the front, and eventually Insight's going to cut it through mid. We'll see how the timing works out. So far, 1 for 1. Ghosty trying to finish one, not able to. What a double from Nick, making a triple. Are you kidding? How does he get 3 there?
But that all starts finding Neptune, right? You pointed it out. He was pushed up inside of the hut, trying to catch them off the spawn instead. Before the hill pops, he gets caught, so it's a 4 versus 3. Envoy gets traded. Kleenex with some magic. But it may be another Paris break.
No, that's the Neptune situation we keep highlighting. He plays those spots, he likes to push it out, and if he gets a kill, things usually go pretty well for him. If he doesn't get a kill, things fall apart. Granted, it might have still done okay if Kleenex didn't drop 3 on your forehead, but man, what a swing moment that is. As we said, the breaks for Paris, maybe it's a break for Koi.
Yeah, it's not your team really holding on. Both teams breaking back and forth, multi-kills in the feed. There's 10 seconds left here. Eyes on rotation to our next hill. Sim going to be way early. The first player is going to be Kips, just trying to catch him.
Hardpoint setup's made out of glass currently, it feels like. All right, so you got a decent little setup here for Paris. Still waiting for one player off spawn, but he will spawn close. Back lobby. Here comes the first push from Koi. Usually when Neptune wins his one, it puts you in a pretty good spot to deal with this first wave. It looks like Koi gonna just be patient here. Wait for their spawner to get involved. Don't want to have a staggered push. Good patience. Now they try to rally this, but it's Neptune again making plays. He's able to get two, but two's not going to be enough. He's the only one that finds a kill. It's a great break from Koi.
Yeah, I liked what I saw from Neptune, right? He goes hunting, trying to deal with that push. The problem is they lost the players on the hill, then they lose those next ones, and the timing, you don't have the back spawn, so Koi are going to flip you. They're going to find that break. They have the lead.
No, it's a really good job just waiting. Like after Neptune got that first pick, I know it's really easy. I think for the others just engage at that moment. You're close to engaging with these park breaks. Wait for the fourth to spawn, and well, second time it pays off. The lead, nothing insurmountable. They're up 50. Still ample opportunity here for Paris to fight back into this, but now we get into our second set. I was going to ask you about your thoughts. You're probably going to talk about the setups and breaks.
No, yeah, it's been all the breaks. So we're going to have another one here. A little bit of help there. Sib spawns right as the P1 pops, so he gets an old spawn, and he gets like 2 freebies. So Koi were in a pretty solid position. But with that Sib double, allows Paris now start to earn this time as they continue to fight.
Joe Deceiv's on a little timing there to thread the needle. But also, due to the fact that he ends up getting one, you're going to get the flip here, and Koi are going to be in a good position now to set up for another early P2 hold. Wow, one more bullet there, and Kim finishes that. And well, the help was there for Paris to make sure that doesn't turn into anything for Koi. But honestly, Koi have done what they needed to. They've got the left side spawns. But now comes the big moment.
Yeah, this is when they lost it last time. You just don't pick the right corner. There's a quick trade, and now Neptune's going to activate. So you find the double. Spawns looking good here for Paris. You just need insight to do what he did last time. Well, he's doing just that. He finds one, allows Joe Deceives it, and Kleenex take it here. They find the kills. What a play from those two.
Yeah, and honestly, just Joe Deceives win the one Dojo side, getting a lot of damage into the second two, delayed things a little bit. That might have been the difference, but now Kleenex with AR in hand is absolutely lacing the opposition. After that wave of kills, gonna push us out a bit. Gentlemates are down 50 currently. The pressure is on. They have to win this map. Let's hear the communication now for Gentlemates.
Okay, honestly, bro, I'm gonna fucking rotate. Yeah, you guys can chow if you want.
Low, watch out then. Nice. Just give this up, give this up. They could already be mid then. They could be mid cut.
Yo, one hour 10, hour 10. Really weak, Joe. Nice, good shit.
I saw mid cut then. I'm gonna chill this.
Yeah, it's 10. Okay. Yo, I spawned out. Dante, I spawned out.
In locker skips. I'm absolutely.
Give me a second, I'm re-pitching locker.
I'm trying to live. I'm waiting for you, Trev.
Yo, one short on me. Short.
Kips or no?
I don't see the guy.
I killed Kips.
Yo, one their side. Their side, Joe, dead.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, I'm saying push out. He's on me, Kleenex dead. Nice. Yo, block hard. Yo, one couch.
I have your Trev.
Yo, short. Too short.
Out. I made it in. I have the cross in. Hit him here. I can make cross. Another one here. I'm laying down. Jamie's here.
Make cut, guys.
Make cut. Watch out. Enter 10. Nice. They're Walker's heady.
Walker's heady. Really weak.
I'm helping on that.
Watch out, Dante. Absolute Kleenex.
Make cut then. Outer 10. Make cut.
I spawned out, guys.
The other guy went server then dead.
Yep.
One hold and the two are gonna be new.
Oh, dead.
Nice, good job. These guys spawn out.
Yeah, they spawn out.
Play new quick.
I'm with you, Dan.
I'm outer new. And low server.
Low server.
What's
in the back?
Yeah, and one front Kips.
Alright.
Kips is gonna bump back out.
Yeah, keep over me. Alright. I'm gonna shower. Alright, I'm waiting.
He's still side door.
He's backside time.
One shot. There's 2 there.
He's close. Side door. He's outer.
Outer still. Outer. Joe, on top.
This is for the game,
Out of the listening into the action, lead bigger than it was when we headed into it. There were some good moments from Paris, but answered by even better ones from Koi as they lock it down at tree. A up over 200.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just the P4 break early on in that. You heard it them listening. They knew that insight was all the way towards the back, but it was Joe Deceives through server who found that multi-kill, and P4 has been a thorn in the side of Paris throughout this map. 2 big frames lead to this 80 point.
Kleenex has been insane. Gibbs still terrific inside. Look at these 2 minutes and 15 seconds into Hardpoint. Here we go, third set, do or die for Paris. This upcoming set of rotations, they've got to overcome an 80-point deficit to stay alive and push it to a map 5. Kleenex's POV, because he's taken the roof side route. He's been spotted, but he's still finessed it finally. They're able to deal with him and have the focus back to mid. So far, so good for Paris. This is where you get it done. This is where the comeback happens. A solid P1 hold into a P2 setup. A team kill does not help things, but it looks like they've dealt with it. Or does it get a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's just that teammate that comes in, you flip the spawns. Just some key mistakes that we are seeing here from Gentlemates. It was looking so good, but you're still fighting, and well, you're gonna need another P2 flip.
I'm not sure it's all a team kill, but I mean, it doesn't help in that scenario. You got a ton of time there. You chipped away a little bit, but now you have to break here at P2, and it's been so difficult for you to do. Kips pushed out one side. It's all going to come from the inner door. Kips may be able to cut off spawners. The other teammates trying to deal with the pressure from inner. One taking another round off to the back. That will be Ghosty. Wow. They get the break. They needed a break. They get the break with 40 seconds remaining.
And that was so beautifully done, because you timed that with the 2 players inside a couch. Neptune wins one. You send Envoy on a wide flank through the front, Ghosty through the back. Give yourselves a chance to try to get this to a game 5.
Hold up now. We're not done yet. It's been a story of miracles at times for this Paris team. And maybe needing one more in a crazy comeback at the tail end. Big scrap time is a massive wipe of the board for Koi. All 4 dead. And I was about to say the fact that you kept them at 225 and the P2 was incredible, but that story now gone. They'll get to 240.
They gotta go quickly. They are not here first. They spawn out at old. But they get the first kill, then Sip follows it up with the double, so still a chance here at P3.
It's just so tough, because like if you could win it here, you'd feel much better about Paris' chances, but you're gonna have to basically hold Koi to no time here.
And rotate.
And win the rotation. You're not gonna be able to give up the scrap depending on the scoreline.
And a lot of the times though, right, we see this where that team who needs the 10 points, they're a little too cautious at times, but it looks like it's gonna be through mid-cut. The hit for Koi with insight inside a dojo, trying to put the pressure on, but you see the beat, all the drawbacks lighting it up here for Gentlemates.
Here we go, down to the final moments. We're gonna see another rotation, or it's looking that way unless Koi break here in the next couple of seconds. They're gonna sit in it one more time. They're trying to catch people on rotation, and they're gonna catch them, they're gonna drop them, and there's enough time remaining. We may not see another Hardpoint. It's all Ghosty to get it done, but he's gonna get shut down. One more wave, and Koi has done it, but it looks like the contest.
They're just so late, no, it's over. I mean, Ghosty has to get there. You need 3 seconds.
Fastest man alive. Not fast enough. Koi win it 4.
And that was just their decision to go one more time through mid, and they get the first kill. It was a 3 versus 3. Somebody was off spawn for Paris, and they find that player first. Then they're able to flood on through. And it's what we talked about. You have to win both the battles.
Yeah.
And they do a good job fighting back, but it takes way too long.
That's what I was about to say. Well, I was saying, like, we're probably going to see another Hardpoint. I thought Koi were going to rotate and set up. But yeah, you take the gamble. I think you're hoping you catch them trying to do both. They didn't really double for the most part. I think Paris were still holding. They just got done. Yeah, it's not like they caught them rotating the next.
And because they have those spawns, I think that's why they decided no, right? It's sort of like every kill we get, they're going to be so far away from the rotation.
Yeah.
Somebody played safe. Teamwork, points, still one of the best Den teams in the game throughout the stage.
Get them back to Den. It turns into a win. And Koi, I'm not sure what the expectations were from their fans going into this, but
into the top 4.
Into the top 4, which I don't know what I expected, considering how this qualifier has gone. But you saw the moments, you saw something building, a foundation building with this Kips player on this roster. And I'll be honest, I was a little worried after he just got choke slammed by Optic, but since then, man, the guy's been lights out.
No, both of these teams started the play-in, right? Yeah. I think Paris, I mean, you're the 10th seed. Obviously, it sucks after winning Major 1, but you salvaged something out of this tournament with your Good Friday with the top 6. But Coy, we saw the moments throughout the online qualifiers where it feels like they're looking pretty darn good, like they're close. Can we help Joe out? And well, throughout this weekend, we have helped Joe Deceives out.
We get old school insight clean duo. As they have an incredible map. I mean, honestly, slang and damage across all 8 players.
Was that 2 minutes and 42 seconds in the hill?
Insight, yeah, he had.
Holy shit.
I think when I first called it, was like a minute 40, minute 50. Yeah, he was eating. He was eating.
That was soaking.
Leading kills as well. Insight and Hill getting it done. But look at our game flow for the map 4 and how it all went down. And I mean, kind of the story in the map 1 was like that 50 to 80 point edge that Paris could never get past. It wasn't quite that much here, but it's still the same thing. They could never get a lead change. They could never get over the hump. There was just that little bit of separation. There was always a play from Coy to disrupt any kind of momentum, I think, from Paris.
Yeah, and a lot of the times they relied on the break, but when they did have rotations, both P4s, they got broke right away. And I think that is a